independent mammy. She works full time. She builds a business part time. She's got 2 gorgeous kids and takes on a puppy. Every time I look at her, she is training, doing a course or whatever. And now her story this evening that she's going to share with you guys, you'll see that she's also a flipping trailblazer. So please unmute yourself and give Mel Murphy a huge we can and we will warm welcome to the stage. Mel, take it away, honey. It's all yours.
Sorry guys, I just lost internet connection there for a second. My internet's unstable, so don't mind me. It just everyone just froze just at the right moment. Hi everyone. I'm sure some of you know someone in your family, friends, extended circle who's either contemplating separating, who's going through a divorce, who's been through a divorce. Maybe some of you might have been through separation or a divorce yourselves. So imagine someone who is leaving their home scared, trailing 2 young children, going somewhere because they're scared that their partner is going to hurt them. Imagine someone who's going to the court for the first time, trying to get what's called a protection order. They don't even really know what it is, what they have to do to get it. Imagine someone who has to go into a courtroom for the first time. They don't know where to sit, to stand. They're looking at this scary judge. They're calling them sir or madam instead of your honor because they don't even know they're supposed to call them that. Imagine someone who has to contact a family lawyer for the first time. They don't know what to say. They don't know what their rights are. Are they asking for too much? Are they asking for too little? Is this lawyer really going to protect them? Is this lawyer got their best interest at heart? They're going through an emotional day with their ex and they need to contact the lawyer, but of course the lawyer is not there because they're in court, they're busy. Imagine that the lawyer gives them a thing called a statement of means. What is that? They have to complete this thing about how do they spend their money, how much money do they need from their ex, what is their budget? They have no idea. What if this person doesn't even have their own bank account? They haven't had their own credit card. They just rely on their ex or their partner to pay the bills, to manage the money. They don't know where the money is. They don't know what kind of pension they have, what kind of pension their ex has. They don't know how much they're spending on different things. Imagine this person hasn't had a career for many years. They've been a stay-at-home parent, and now they have to look at going back into the workforce. Imagine that this person is feeling a huge sense of failure. When we talk about success here, success is a marriage that lasts for a long time, but they don't talk about the success in terms of the quality of the marriage. So they're faced with parents, friends who are appalled that they're even thinking of separating or divorcing, and that is completely against their religion, and they don't have the support of those people. Imagine that this goes on for 4 years through the judicial separation, through the whole court process between separation and divorce. And imagine during those 4 years, they have to go day in and day out against a very difficult ex who does everything they can to contradict anything they do and any move they make. So this was my situation a number of years ago. And I was really lucky that I got the help from TUSLA, I got the help from SONUS. I had a really good job that paid well, that could allow me to afford a good family lawyer. I had a job that allowed me the time to deal with that process during those 4 years. I had family and friends who supported me through that process. So when I finally did get my divorce, and I had actually another thing behind me, was that I was actually a professional coach, a life executive, and finance coach. So I was able to use all of my own coaching skills I used on my clients on myself during that time. So when I finally got through my divorce and had some time to myself again, I thought, I really want to use my coaching skills to help people who are going through divorce. I thought, I'd set up a Google search that said coach, divorce, and lo and behold, this sort of thing actually existed. None in Ireland, but over in America, where obviously divorce has been, unfortunately, a bigger thing for people in the past. And there was actually a certification to become a certified divorce coach. So that was my lockdown project over COVID. I got my certification in that, I'd already gotten my coaching skills. I was able to get 2 certifications at the same time. And I said, right, now I'm going to set up my business. And I'd always wanted to set up a business, but I didn't know what. I didn't know what am I passionate enough about to put lots of energy into. And this was what it was. And it was the right thing to do at that time, because during this period during the whole lockdown, divorce rates increased by over 30%. People from coercive control to abuse to adultery to people like Adele in that song that she says, who just, they were faced with this fight or flight response. And they were like, what do we want to do when we were threatened with their lives and this health issue of COVID? What do they want to do with their one life? And people who've been very unhappy in their relationship, most people are unhappy for 3 to 5 years before they leave, realize that they needed a change in their lives. So I set to work going, great, I've got an MBA, I work full time, I've got a professional career, I can do this no problem. But I was a bit wrong. So when I did tried to set up my first online meeting with people and to try and give my first talk, no one came. So that was lesson number 1. You have a little bit of work to do if you want people to actually come to your events. Then I thought, right, I have this MBA, I have all this stuff, but maybe I should do a start your own business course anyway, just to be sure that there's not something, all the legal stuff in Ireland. So I went to my local LEO, there were 2 or 3 courses on, I went, right, I'm gonna do all 3. Male fashion, no, I got overwhelmed. So I had to go back and take them one at a time. Social media course, start your own business, all these other bits that I need to know about budgeting, etc. Then I was like, great, I've done the social media course. I will set up all my social media at once. No, I got overwhelmed. I hate social media. Well, I did beforehand anyway. And I had to take them one at a time. Start with the one that you like the most, that you know the best, and reach out and get the help you need. And Amanda was very good at teaching me that. So bit by bit, I learned the hard way how to set up your business. And I was just lucky that I was in the right place at the right time. I saw the need for this. When I went through my own difficulty, there are so many people out there who need this support for themselves now. So I was able to get contacted by the media. I was very lucky. Divorce became a big thing, and I was featured on Ireland AM. I got contacted by the Irish Independent and featured in there. I was on Today FM morning show. I was on Cork FM morning show. I was on Image magazine. I was contacted recently by RT Drive Time. And all of those have really helped me. And then I had to think, what was success for me? And initially success was trying to make back the money that I had invested in this business. And then success was like, I wanted to have repeat clients who really cared about the work that I'd given them and were coming back to me. And then success was, I wanted those clients to tell other people word of mouth to come to me. And I wanted to know that they were referred by other people. And then I thought, what is really success to me, as I still managed and tried to manage the children, a full-time job, and this new business. And I was like, am I really going to keep doing this? Because there were lots of stumbles. There were times where I got overwhelmed. There were times where I just can't do this. I always said that my children would be my priority and I'd have time for them. And then I thought, having my own business has always been on my bucket list. And I lie on my deathbed, I want to look back and say, I'm so proud of what I did and how many people I was able to help. I was put in this situation so that I can help others who are going through it as well. And that I knew was success to me. So I said, my vision, I sat down and wrote my vision statement. My vision is that anyone who is going through a separation and divorce will have a divorce coach by their side, in the same way as they have a wedding planner helping them to have a successful wedding, in the same way as most couples should have a relationship expert to help them through the ups and downs of their relationship. If they decide to unwind their relationship for whatever reason, they need someone who can help them unwind that successfully, if there is such a word, in a divorce or separation. And my aim is that every person should have that, and that anyone who is a divorce lawyer should either be trained as a divorce coach or have a divorce coach that they call on to help their clients through the emotions of divorce while they deal with the business of divorce. That is my grand aim of success. But I couldn't do that myself. So I realized that I had limited time to actually coach my clients. And I thought, how can I reach as many people as possible? And that's when I managed to get a grant from the government and put all my knowledge into online courses that my clients could download. Because like Amanda said, focus on who your client is. So my clients are professional women who are going through separation or divorce. But most of them are very private about what they're going through. They don't want to go to online events with lots of other people just yet. That's changing slowly. They need some time to absorb the information that I'm going to give them. And so all my information was put into 3 courses, one for people contemplating divorce, how to prepare, what to think about, how to actually keep their relationship and avoid divorce if they can. One for people who are going through divorce, and one for people who were suffering from post-traumatic stress after divorce, need to get back on their feet financially and career-wise. And that was all put onto courses and advertised as much as I could with the budget I was given. Then I realized bit by bit that my clients don't have all that much money. Even if they're professional women going through divorce, it's a very expensive time. Maybe they're not in control of their finances all the time. And so I've divided that down into little bite-sized pieces, certain topics just for those clients on certain things that are important to them for that time that they can now buy bit by bit, or that they can offer to their friends affordably through a coupon. And bit by bit, this has grown. And as I focused on my vision, I was like, how do I reach even more people? This is what my vision is, to reach as many people as possible. Yet I have as little time, I don't have that much time. And that's when a colleague of mine who'd done the divorce coaching qualification contacted me and said, can we start a diploma over here in the UK and Ireland? Because the one in America is too American focused. And so now I have 15 students who are going through our first cohort, and we are training them to be divorce coaches across Ireland and the UK. So we'll have 4 new divorce coaches in a few months in Ireland and another 11 in the UK. And we can share between us, except for the legal pieces, most of it's the same. And we have another course starting in February next year, where we're going to have 27 people on that course. I'm also said, why don't we have a divorce summit in Ireland? Why is this not being talked about? They have it in the UK. You look at the UK, they're so much more advanced. So I'm planning to set up the first Irish Divorce Summit at the beginning of February next year, have key speakers on how to help children through divorce, how to deal with your finances and your career, what are the legal aspects of divorce, how to deal with your mental health. Such key subjects in a time when everyone's lives are just overwhelmed and blown up during that process of divorce. So what is success? It's been up and down. It's been a very bumpy ride. There's been a lot of ups and downs and learnings. As I sat back this week, my children and I all had COVID, and I was berating myself again that, oh my gosh, that bloody social media that I keep forgetting to post on. I'm supposed to post on 4 times a day, and I get very stressed about. It's okay to let that go for a little while and not post on social media, and to go back and say, how has success been for me? It's only been a year since I first started my business, and I've come such a long way.